Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about metabolic effects of insulin on adipose tissue and liver. So first start with the liver. In liver, there are three processes which can happen with the glucose. Its uptake, storage and utilization. In uptake, there's increased activity of glucokinase enzyme. This glucokinase enzyme actually phosphorylates the glucose, and this phosphorylation prevents the leaking back of the glucose. Means the more the phosphorylation, more the glucose will be accumulated inside the hepatocytes. Okay, and this more will reach up to 60% of the after meal glucose. Means the whole glucose which you have taken in the meal, 60% of that can be stored in the liver. Okay, now we have taken inside the glucose, but we have to process and store it. Okay, so the storage of the glucose will occur in the form of glycogen. So we have to promote the glycogenolysis. So we have to promote the glycogen synthase enzyme. Okay, now we are generating glycogen, so we have to inhibit the glycogenolysis, means glycogenolysis. So liver phosphorylases enzymes which actually do this function will decrease their activity. Okay, so by this process we can store up to 100 gram of glycogen or say glucose in liver. Now we have to utilize it. So for the utilization, we have to decrease the formation of new glucose molecules which occur through the process of gluconeogenesis from other substrates. So this process will decrease as well. Now the glucose remain even after the 100 gram of storage will be converted to the free fatty acid. Okay, now come to the effects on adipose tissue. So the first effect will be similar, that glucose uptake will occur. Now second step, inhibition of hormone sensitive lipase. What this lipase was doing, it was hydrolyzing the triglycerides, and what was it generating? Free fatty acids. So the inhibition of the lipase will decrease the free fatty acid concentration, and this seems to be very complicated, but set your eyes wherever I ask you. So leave that portion but and all that downwards arrows. Okay, now come to second point. What was second point? That hormone sensitive lipase inhibition. Okay, and decrease in amount of free fatty acids due to the decrease in activity of lipase. Third point, formation of alpha glycerol phosphate. The alpha glycerol phosphate formation will increase. Okay, and the fourth step, now the glucose intake in the adipose tissue forms free fatty acids, and the free fatty acids coming from the liver. See the third step in the utilization of the glucose here. Okay, so these free fatty acids from liver as well as the generated in the adipose tissue with the glycerol from glycerol phosphate, we increases the alpha glycerol phosphate amount now. So that glycerol plus this free fatty acid will form the triglycerides. Okay, now see this cloud. What is relation between the insulin and free fatty acid concentrations? Means according to this point, the lipase activity is decreased, so the free fatty acid concentrations in the blood will decrease. But due to the generation of free fatty acids here and the liver, that will be transported to the adipose tissue, so the free fatty acid concentration in blood will increase. Although lipase activity is decreased, but due to the formation of new lipids, lipogenesis is promoted, so free fatty acid concentration will increase. Okay, that's all. This charts will be there. Okay, if you find it useful, please like it and subscribe our channel for more such videos. If you have any suggestions, please let us know in comments below. Thank you.